Hey, this is Tara, and I will be showing you how to create task cards using. This is my Teachers Pay Teachers store, and I'd like to show you one of my products that I have on here to help my students learn about unit rate. It has task cards, a color by number, an answer sheet for when the students are working out the problems on the task cards. But I want to show you today how to create your own task cards for your classroom if you're needing some of those. Today I'm just going to show you how to set up a PowerPoint slide to create 4 on a page instead of 6 because that'll be a little bit easier. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I don't have any text boxes or anything set up. It's just a plain slide, and I'm going to go ahead and format the background first. I like to have something colorful on there most of the time. I keep a Teachers Pay Teachers folder for everything that I purchase from different sellers or buy from Etsy, different places, just to kind of hopefully try to stay organized. In that same folder, you'll see I have terms of use, so I can constantly go back and remind myself what the seller allows me to do with his or her products. If you're dealing with any polka dot or circle, you'll definitely want to pay attention to this little box right here. I check it for the tile because it'll keep the circles looking like circles instead of stretched like an oval. Now, before we move on, I like to do something that I think helps me out in the classroom if I'm using task cards, or hopefully will other teachers also, and that's to put 2 lines on the paper to help the teachers see where to cut the task cards. So I have inserted a line here, and when I first do that, it comes up with a shadow in blue, so I double click on it so that I have the option to remove the shadow. And I like to make the line white so it's not very obvious. And I'm going to go ahead and have them, or PowerPoint, put it in the center for me. And you can copy and paste this one, but I'm going to go through that process again. We'll click off, insert line. Show you how I did that one more time. I'm going to stretch a line all the way across my page. Double click on it so that the option comes up to remove the shadow. And I want to make it white. And then this time I'm going to put it in the middle of the page. That way teachers can kind of see where that they need to cut them so that they'll all be on the same size. Okay, so that cuts your paper into 4 sections or 4 quadrants. So we have 4 task cards here. And I like to insert a frame before we do the actual text box. So I'm going to go get that out of my Teachers Pay Teachers folder also that I keep. It's where I have all of my frames and borders. And I'm going to do a scruffy wavy one is what I called it. Okay, there it is. And I just pick whichever color that I like that I think coordinates with the background that I have. There again, you'll see that I have the terms of use from this particular seller, and I'll review that before I create a product to upload to Teachers Pay Teachers. And usually I will find a thumbnail, a little picture of some sort that they've given me so that I can give them credit on my last page, on my thank you page. Okay, I have made this one a little bit smaller by dragging a corner so that it will still be proportional. If you pull from one of the sides, it's going to end up being really tall and thin stretched out, or from here it would be kind of too wide. Okay, I'm going to put that in the center of one of my task cards that I have created, and later I'll zoom in on that a little bit closer and look to make sure that I have it in the center. I'm going to insert a text box on top of this, and I'm going to start typing whatever my problem happens to be. I'm going to go ahead and decide what size I want this one to be, what font I want it to be in, and then I can copy and paste and kind of use the same setup over and over. Again, I'll make sure that I give credit back to the person who created the font that I'm using as well. I would copy everything that you're wanting to put over to another task card and just change what it says for the problem number. And that's just a simple tutorial on how you create task cards using PowerPoint.